Hi guys, welcome to the Fanatical Foodie. Today we're making pancakes. Pancakes have to be one of the all-time most perfect breakfast foods, and today we're making two different kinds. Firstly, a vegan blueberry pancake, and then a really oozy, gooey, chocolatey M&M topped pancake. They're going to be delicious, so stay tuned and find out how we make them. Okay, so there's a few different things that we need for this recipe, and there's a couple of secrets for both of them. For the vegan pancakes, I like to use wholemeal plain flour, and just pretty simple other than that, almond milk, baking soda, a little bit of vanilla, and obviously your blueberries to chuck in, and then I top with blueberries and maple syrup. Now, for the chocolatey, oozy, gooey pancakes, the key ingredient here is buttermilk. It's thick, it's cultured, and it's kind of tangy, but it actually makes the pancakes really fluffy and delicious. So I'm going to make the vegan batter first, just to get that out of the way and let it get sitting and starting to bubble up and get some air into it. So the first thing you're going to need is around about 1.5 cups of whole wheat or wholemeal plain flour. So chuck that straight in. Then you're going to add in about half of the bicarb soda that you've got for the two pancake dishes. And a good amount of almond milk. Now don't add it all in at first, just in case there's too much. You don't want your pancakes to be too wet. And give it a good stir. Now as you'll see, that batter's just simply too thick, so just add more milk as you need. You want them to be relatively runny. So I've added a little bit more of that almond milk and the texture's getting about the right consistency. They should be relatively runny. Now just add in around about a teaspoon of vanilla essence. And that'll just give it a nice little bit of a flavour. Now if you want to, you could add some coconut sugar to this or any other types of sugars if you prefer things a little sweeter. I like mine to be a little bit more savoury, but that's just a personal preference. So that batter looks really good. Now I'm going to add in about half of these blueberries. I need some left over to have on top of my pancakes. So just mix those into the batter. So that's it, your batter's done for those vegan pancakes. Now it's time to move on to make those delicious, ooey, gooey chocolate pancakes. So come over here. To make our delicious, oozy, gooey, chocolatey pancakes, I'm going to use some plain flour. Now I'm going to use around about 1.5 cups or so. Obviously, as I said with pancakes, it's not an exact science, so just play around with your ingredients. You could also use wholemeal or whole wheat flour for this, but I'm just going to use plain for the sake of making these extra disgusting and delicious. So just put that in. You want to then put in your remainder of your baking soda. I'm also going to use a mixture of about 1 tablespoon of sugar and a little bit of salt. 1 egg. First though, what you want to do is just stir those dry ingredients around to make sure they're well sifted through. Just going to add a tiny little bit more baking soda. Don't add too much though, because it actually can give it a really funky flavour. And you definitely don't want that when you're going to be eating delicious pancakes on Pancake Sunday. 1 egg. As I said, I'm not perfect at this, but remember what I said, it's not about perfect cooking, it's about good cooking. So mix that egg around. You could pre-whisk it, but I'm not really about exact science here. And then you want to add in that buttermilk a little bit at a time, probably about half at first. You'll see it's very thick in comparison with normal milk, but that's what's going to make these pancakes so delicious and fluffy. That butter's way too thick, so add in some more, and we might even need some more again. That's probably about 400 mils of buttermilk at this stage, but just use your own discretion and figure out the texture. That's definitely going to need some more liquid, so I'm going to go grab some more buttermilk. Now, if you've been using a wooden spoon, you're finding that you've still got quite a few lumps in your pancakes, just grab out a good old-fashioned whisk and give it a good stir, and that'll get the lumps right out. Don't over-mix the batter though, because you do want it to have quite a lot of air in it. The whisk will help with that though, and as you'll see, the lumps are just gradually going away. Now this is the delicious part. Add in around 50 grams or so of M&Ms or any other chocolate button candy. Look at those, they're already starting to like bleed their colour. Yum. Mix those through a little bit, and we're ready to start cooking. One of the things I love about making pancakes, when you're not too concerned about making them vegan, is butter, and lots of it. So grab a stick of butter and start melting that around that pan. Listen to that sizzle. It's sexy. And it's starting to sizzle, and then we can add in some of the mix. Now the key to making pancakes look fantastic once the cooking process is done is making them even. So I like to use a mixing bowl with a little bit of a lid, but you could just pour it into a jug or whatever you like to make them even. So not too big, and I can fit about 2 in this pan. Now, as you'll know if you've made pancakes before, the key to knowing when they're ready is to make sure that you can see all those nice little bubbles. And as those bubbles start to come to the surface, it's ready to flip. After cooking a few batches of pancakes, you might actually find that the pan's getting a little bit burnt with the butter. So I just use some tissues and really carefully just wipe around to clear off that residual butter so you can start from fresh. Presentation's a really big deal when it comes to pancakes, and I actually think it can really make a difference to how you present them to your family and friends, and I'm sure they'll be really impressed if you follow my simple steps to making your plate look magnificent. Doing this is actually really simple. What you want to do is just take a couple of blueberries and just scatter them a little bit around the plate, just like so. Then what you want to do is carefully arrange a stack of the blueberries on top. Then the best part, adding that syrup. Start at the center and drip your way down. Now it's the same for our pancakes. You just want to scatter a few of the chocolate buds, and then you want another amount on top. These are a bit easier to get on than the blueberries. Then chocolate sauce. You want to ooze that on. It's nice and thick, so see if you can get the drops to come down. Then finally, because they are so rich, I like to add a little bit of cream. Just pouring cream's fine. Same, just try and get a bit of that drizzle. A little bit more chocolate. And there you have it. Disgusting, delicious, chocolatey, gooey, oozy pancakes. So, as you can see, we've got our 2 delicious stacks of pancakes. One is a little bit healthier than the other, but that's okay. They're perfect for a Sunday treat, especially if you can share them with that someone special or your kids. Now, let's taste. These vegan pancakes are delicious. I'm going to try the chocolate ones as well. Even though they're my boyfriend's. Shh, don't tell him. Nice and chocolatey. They're nice and fluffy and have a really nice, almost tartness from that buttermilk that just makes them something special. Thanks for tuning in for the Fanatical Foodie this week. We've already had some special requests for making an omelette and some pinwheels, but if you have any recipe suggestions, feel free to drop them below into the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, and also check me out on Instagram at The Fanatical Foodie. Thanks, and until next time.